Good morning from Mendoza, Argentina. So Mendoza is basically the Napa Valley of Argentina, and so really a lot of people come here for the wine and the vineyards and the experiences. We are going and doing our own little wine tour this afternoon. Our first stop was at Lopez Winery, where we had a wine tasting experience with some over-the-top lunch pairings. What do you think?
It smells really sweet. When you taste it, it's drier, like a Chardonnay. It's got a taste of like pears, like acidic type fruits to it. It's really good.
Wine number 2, Malbec. Notes of oak, gunpowder. I think they aged this in oak barrels from reclaimed wood on a Spanish galleon. It's quite good. What you got?
Really good. It's like it's a red blend, and so she was saying it has Malbec, Syrah, Petit Syrah, Cab Franc, Cab Sauvignon, and it's interesting because it comes across really dry, but then it's got really fruity, sweet flavors afterwards.
Notes of cherry. And earth. I think they just dug bottles out of the ground out there.
Sounds like a glowing review.
Got good earthy tones. Delicious. Tastes like a new year. And resolutions I'm probably not going to keep. I'm going to keep drinking it. Finish that resolution. All right, Sarah. So what's the story here?
So the reason we came to this winery in the first place was because one of the dinners that we had in Buenos Aires, we got a Syrah, and we found that this winery existed in Mendoza, and so we said, why don't we come and try it out? An hour and a half later, we've had a wonderful lunch, and we're ending with the Syrah, which is still as wonderful as when we had it at dinner. This is the end of our little lunch here that ended up being a lot more than we were thinking it was going to be, but it was delicious. If you are in the Mendoza area and you have the opportunity to come to Lorca, their wines will not disappoint you, and neither will the food.
Thoroughly stuffed, we headed to the second stop on our itinerary, a small winery.
So this is like a first-hand experience.
So we just had the opportunity to have an Airbnb experience at this winery called Luminous Winery in Mendoza, Argentina. And have to say, it was absolutely 5 stars. They teach you everything from how to grow the grapes to the very end product, and it is just out of this world. If you have 2 hours to spare in the afternoon here, definitely come check it out. We are on our way to a wine and olive oil tour. Big thing today is going to see if Brandon can make it the entire day without actually getting any wine on him. Let's find out. So our first stop is at Lopez Winery. It's one of the oldest wineries in Argentina. It was started in 1898. One of the only wineries that's actually still owned by the original family that opened it. So the great-great-grandchildren or 4th generation, whatever that is, that's actually still operating it today. Update in case anybody was wondering, we still have a clean shirt as of our first wine. Well, that's a wrap for the first winery on our tour. Learned a lot of interesting things. Something I did not know is the difference between using a cork or a screw top. I always thought that screw tops were just cheaper. It turns out that it's actually because they don't want the wine to continue to age or have oxidation. So you learn something new every day. Our second winery, this is actually an organic winery, also started in the late 1800s. Really cool to learn about how they have to do things differently because they can't use chemicals or pesticides or anything to that effect. Somehow there's still no wine. We are on the last stop of our tour today. As you can see behind me, there's an olive tree, so we're here to learn about how they make olive oil.
Alright, we just finished the tasting at the olive oil production plant. It is amazing how big of a difference even just the same olives from the same plant but in different fields have. The first one you had is like super smooth, almost sweet, and then it goes to almost a bitter taste to it. It's just, you never think about it. You think, oh, it's from the same brand, it'll taste the same. But the variety is incredible. So
said that there's more than 100 varieties of olives, which also something I was not aware of. Also, fun fact, an green olive and a black olive is the same plant. It's just later in harvest. Well guys, we've made it to the end of our tour that included red wine and balsamic vinegar, all red things, and hey-o, someone's a big kid now.
So that's it for the tour. We are gonna head back. We've got a little bit of work to do, and then we pack up, have dinner, finish a bottle of wine / start a bottle of wine that we bought that we need to finish before we fly out tomorrow, and then hit the hay early for our flight tomorrow morning. So probably won't see you again until the airport. So until then, peace.